everyone. My name is Mr. Skizamanops. That's right, everybody. My name is Mr. Skizamanops. Now, I've changed my name from Skizamoweed to Mr. Skizamanops. And the reasoning for that is because I don't really want the word weed in my name. Because I want my channel to be more advertiser friendly. And if there's going to be any sort of increments towards, drugs, if you will, I don't fucking do drugs, so I don't want people to shy away from my goddamn YouTube channel because I have the word weed in my name. So, because I'm trying to get them fucking sponsors, I'm trying to get them motherfucking ad revenues, I'm trying to get all that shit set up in the future. So, basically, this is going to be a little bit of an update video because I haven't really had any time, literally any time, or really any that much motivation to really make YouTube videos lately, because the last week or so it's been extremely fucking hot. It's been up in the hundreds, and if you didn't know anything about being in the hundreds, it kind of sucks being outside when it's 100 degrees. It fucking is terrible. So with that said, I've been kind of inside every day, and I've also been working every single day. I have to go to work today at 1 to 9. And I think I've mentioned this before in some of my live streams that I've done, but I'm doing a video on this today. So, the reasoning why I haven't really had much motivation is because every single time I go to work, I come home, and the only thing I want to do is chill, eat some food, and then maybe go out and ride my mini bike later on. Now, I don't really optimize my time that much because a lot of stuff has been happening to me lately the past week. Especially a lot of shit's been happening at my job. I got these younger girls at my job, trying to get me fired and shit because I give them compliments on their appearance. And I know that's something that's not exactly that you should really do nowadays, but I thought, there's a whole big story that has to do with this thing. And I don't really want to get into it too much because I've been talking about this on my live streams the past 2 or 3 days. And I'm just getting sick and tired of talking about it, and I just want to move past it and move on with my fucking life, I don't want to talk about this shit no more. So, I did do a video with some footage of my mini bike, of me riding my mini bike, but I want to do it better than the footage that I got so far, because I haven't really gone through it that much, and the footage I've captured, I'm almost certain it's really bumpy, and it's not really going to be that entertaining to watch, especially with the camera bouncing up and down and the footage just being completely shit. So, with that said, I think I'm going to try to do my best to, when I get paid, I'm going to try to get a chest mount, some sort of mount that goes around my fucking shoulders and my chest area. So that way, I'm going to change this camera up a little bit. It's kind of high. Kind of like me right now. Kind of high. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like a chest mount, and so I can mount like a camera right here on my chest or somewhere along right here, because I don't really wear helmets when I'm riding my mini bike. I don't feel like it's necessary. Now, don't get me wrong, you should wear a helmet if you're going to go out riding any sort of motorbike or scooter or whatever the fuck it is that you ride. But me, I've never really wore helmets my entire life, even my whole career. Skateboarding, I never wore helmets. There is one exception to where I did wear a helmet when I did have to, when it was required to wear a helmet when you were skating on an inside skate park where you had to pay, like, I don't know how much it was, like $10, $12, something like that, for an entry fee to get inside this inside skate park. But there were rules. You had to wear a helmet. And one time I was skating and I wanted to jump off of this high ledge, and this was right around the time when I didn't have any weed. I wasn't smoking weed at the time. I was younger and I was completely sober. The only thing I wanted to do was skateboard, right? So what I did is, for some fucking stupid reason, when I had this helmet on, it made my, what do you call it, like your surrounding areas where you're like, where things are at in your spatial awareness, if that makes sense, But when I was wearing that fucking helmet, my spatial awareness of where things are at and my equilibrium to a certain level was off. Like, I wasn't quite balanced enough on my skateboard because I had this heavy fucking helmet on my head weighing me down, and I just wasn't used to it. So when I jumped off of this edge, or this ledge, that was taller than me, by the way. I was really kind of small. I wasn't that tall of a kid back in the day, but it was way taller than me, and I was a good skateboarder. I was good enough to where I could jump off of ledges that were taller than me and land perfectly fine, and I'd be alright. But for some fucking reason, when I had this helmet on, it weighed me down in such a way, and it made me, my balance was off so much to where when I jumped off of it, I literally just leaned back like this somehow, and I was literally trying to land on my skateboard, trying to land the trick, but for some reason, when I jumped off the ledge, I fucking leaned back, and then I slipped and fell on my back, and then I fell and hit the back of my head. Of course, the back of my head didn't hit the concrete because it hit the helmet, but with that much of a force, me falling and hitting the back of my head, even with the helmet on, hurt the back of my head and hurt my neck so fucking bad that where ever since that day, I refuse to go to that skate park to ever skate there again, because they 100%, you have to wear a helmet no matter what. And I contribute that fall and that pain that I got on the back of my head to that fucking helmet. I would have never crashed like that. I would have never fell on my back if I was never wearing the helmet. So, I'm not saying helmets cannot save your life, because in that moment in time, that fall was so severe that if I would have actually hit the back of my head without a helmet on, I probably would have done severely brain damage, probably would have busted the back of my head open. So thankfully, the helmet probably saved my life at that moment in time, but I would have never had that fucking fall if I would have never been wearing a helmet in the first place. So, this is the issue with me and helmets with skateboarding and riding bikes and all this shit. Now, later on in life, if I end up getting a dirt bike or a battery operated bike, because there are some really badass fucking battery operated dirt bikes that are awesome. But anyway, if I get something that goes over 30 miles an hour, if it's going at least 40 to 50 miles an hour, as a precaution, I'm going to wear a helmet, because in that scenario, in that case, a helmet is definitely going to save your life 100% of the time if you crash and hit your head on something super fucking hard. Especially if you're going 35, 40, 50 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour. Them dirt bikes can get up to fucking 70, 80 miles an hour within like 3 seconds. So, that's pretty fucking dangerous. Especially if you lose control, you know. Sometimes anything could happen at any moment, any time. But with my mini bike, it only goes roughly around 30 miles an hour, maybe 32, maybe even 35. It goes kind of fast because I did do a little bit of upgrades on it and made it go a little bit faster. But nonetheless, you know, I pretty much put 100% of my skills, or I put a lot of faith into my skills to where I'm not gonna crash that severe. But again, you never know what the fuck might happen, you know. A car might hit, you know, a car might get T-boned and the damn thing might slam into you while you're stopped at a red light or something. So I don't ride it on the street either. I ride it on the sidewalk. It's not exactly street legal. I don't really have any blinkers or any tags or anything like that for it. And it's not even capable of even getting tags or being street legal, because it's such a little bike, you know, it doesn't go that fast. But it is legal enough for me to ride on the sidewalk, and I did do a lot of research on this before I decided to actually go out on the sidewalks and on the streets to actually ride this thing, because I don't want to get pulled over by the cops and tell them, or have them tell me that I cannot ride this thing, and I'm going to be having a ticket, and they're going to take my fucking bike away, and then they're going to charge me a bunch of money to get it back out of the impound. I don't want to have that happen. So I took precaution, and it's pretty much legal to ride those things on the sidewalk. I see them all around all the time, and I haven't got stopped the entire time by cops, and I've even rode past police on the street, and they've done nothing. They haven't pulled me over. They've looked at me, but they didn't really do anything about it. So I'm pretty thankful that those things are street legal enough to where I could just ride them on the sidewalk. But anyway, with that said, this video is getting kind of long. I'm kind of rambling. That's kind of what I do. I kind of ramble when I do like these update videos. And this music isn't exactly the best. It's kind of looping over and over again. But I have a whole bunch of sounds that I could choose from. But there's one in particular that I really want to use. And I tried to use it because I wanted to make a song with this beat. But unfortunately, it's fucking copyrighted by some asshole on the other side of the world singing some bullshit song that isn't even in English. It's in some sort of other language like German or some fucking bullshit. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much going to be the end of the update video. That's pretty much going to be the end of what's going on right now. Like I said, I want to periodically do videos, and like I said, I got a new computer. I haven't really done a video on that. I did say something in one of my YouTube shorts or something like that I did get a new, and actually I think that's exactly what I'm going to do when this video is done. I think I'll do a full breakdown of what's going on with my computer and what I have, the new shit that I got going on. So I think that's what's going to happen here in about 5 minutes. So I will see you guys the next video I do. Look forward to the next video I do. It's probably going to be about my computer. So yeah. And also, I have some mini bike footage that I want to show you guys. I have to edit it all together, and I want to do some more recording on that. And I did pawn my camera the other day because I have to have enough gas to get back and forth to work until I get paid next week. But I do have my camera on my phone, wherever the fuck it's at. It's over there. But yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I will see you guys in the next video I do. I appreciate you that watch the video, and if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, you can hit the dislike video, because either way, whether you hit the like button or dislike on the videos, you're interacting with it, so it's gonna either whatever. You know what I mean? See you later.